the president just moments ago delivering his first ever primetime address from the Oval Office. The president had asked for national airtime to make his case why he says the U.S. must build a border wall. He said the federal government remains shut down for one reason only, because he says Democrats will not fund border security. Democrats said right afterward in their response, "We all agree we need to secure our borders, but that the president is holding the American people hostage to his border wall." Building the wall was a promise the president made often on the campaign trail. He also promised Mexico would pay for it. Now it would be the U.S. taxpayer, and all of this paralyzing the government. Day 18 now of the shutdown. Jonathan Karl with what the president said just moments ago.
Tonight, President Trump made his case to the nation, selling his border wall in a primetime address from the Oval Office, as the government shutdown takes a toll.
Democrats in Congress have refused to acknowledge the crisis. The federal government remains shut down for one reason, and one reason only, because Democrats will not fund border security. Some have suggested a barrier is immoral. Then why do wealthy politicians build walls, fences, and gates around their homes? They don't build walls because they hate the people on the outside, but because they love the people on the inside.
But minutes later, a blistering response, Democratic leaders accusing the president of holding the American people hostage as he demands $5.7 billion for his border wall.
Much of what we heard from President Trump throughout this senseless shutdown has been full of misinformation and even malice. He promised to keep government shut down for months or years, no matter whom it hurts. That's just plain wrong.
This president just used the backdrop of the Oval Office to manufacture a crisis, stoke fear, and divert attention from the turmoil in his administration.
800,000 federal workers are not being paid. Farmers aren't getting their government subsidies. Pilots are warning about airline security as TSA officers work without paychecks. Christine Vittel, a single mother, works for the TSA at Chicago O'Hare.
I live 39 miles away from the airport. That's one way. My gas is what takes up my money, right? I could go probably one more pay period without getting paid, but most people can't go one more day.
The president says he understands what workers are going through.
I can relate, and I'm sure that the people that are on the receiving end will make adjustment.
Still, he insists those workers support shutting down the government to build his wall, a wall he has repeatedly said that Mexico would pay for.
All right, so let's get to Jonathan Karl live at the White House as we're on the air here in the West tonight. And John, you heard the president say there that he will meet with Speaker Pelosi, Senator Schumer again tomorrow. Democrats in their response, as you reported, asking the president to reopen the government, that we can, quote, work to resolve our differences over border security once the government is open. But John, it did not sound like the president will do that without the $5.7 billion he's asking for the wall.
It certainly didn't, David. So you have more talks apparently tomorrow, but we really heard nothing from the president tonight and nothing from Democrats tonight that suggests we are any closer to a resolution to this.
All right,
David.
John Karl, who began this day interviewing the vice president. John, our thanks to you again tonight.